Uh-oh, Eric.
Directly into it?
Yes.
There we go.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody, to this episode of Runs0b3r podcast. This is episode number
31.
32.
That's my favorite. That was my number in high school. My
What?
basketball jersey number. Yeah, it's my favorite number.
Who did we catch? Yeah, we caught somebody.
30 was his jersey.
Yeah,
from,
yeah.
It was Ray's.
Tucker's.
Tucker.
Yeah. That's crazy.
When he got called up to varsity. And so yours was
32.
high school.
Nice.
High school, yeah.
That's Magic Johnson's number.
Oh.
King.
Was this basketball?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Magic. Wasn't he 32? I think so, right?
He was 32.
Yeah.
Weird number
30,
for a guard,
32.
but he filled it out.
That's a
well.
weird number for a guard, but a lot of
He made the
football
number.
players, though, good running backs, they used to be 32. Like Bo Jackson, I think he was 32,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't he?
Orenthal James before he did weird stuff. Like,
That's nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're a local Dallas-Fort Worth production. We do not only discuss running and sobriety, but all walks of life. For every one of us has a unique story. The journey begins and ends with you. Our special guest across from us is Sarah
Elshanshory.
Elshanshory. Nice.
Good choice.
To the left of me is...
Eric J. Henderson. That's right. We'll take it.
No, that's usually me. I'm sorry.
We roll with it.
There's Eric right there. Okay, and I am Brendan K. Veltman. Okay.
What color is that? Mark that
yeah,
doggone
that-
color.
Sorry about that.
But you got the applause, which is good.
Well, yeah, but first you got,
got the right
what is this one? This thing, record scratch, you know? Oh yeah. So today, Sarah, we're going to talk about, so this is what I want to know from you, Sarah. Your upbringing from
Yes.
childhood
Okay.
up, and then are you attached to a fundraiser? Were you?
I
attached to
was.
some
I was.
fundraiser? Okay.
Yes.
You're with them still? Or no
I work
more?
with the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition still,
Oh, okay,
and that's
okay.
how I got a charity spot for some of my races. But
Okay.
I don't have a fundraiser going on right now.
Okay.
Was that the Sydney?
For the Sydney Marathon, yeah.
And you said
Okay.
brain cancer.
National Ovarian Cancer.
Ovarian.
Okay. So we're going to start with your childhood, and then we want to talk about your race journey, you know, and with that ovarian.
Awesome.
What is it? Ovarian?
National Ovarian Cancer Coalition.
Okay.
There. It's a mouthful, I know.
That's only females, right? Men do not have ovaries.
Anybody born with an ovary can
Do
have
men
ovaries.
men have ovaries? No. So that's only females.
Please don't let that be my surprise.
Sorry. So let's start off with that. So basically, childbirth. When you were born,
Okay.
on up. Let's hear a little bit about you.
So my name is Sarah Elshanshory, like you said. I was born on January 16th, 1986, born in
nice.
Texas.
Hey.
We moved as a family. My parents moved us to Arizona, Fountain Hills, Arizona, near Scottsdale. We lived there for 12 years.
Okay.
My parents are immigrants from Egypt.
Okay,
They immigrated
nice.
to the United States.
Egyptians.
Yes,
Yeah,
about 42 years ago. Started from scratch. My dad was a huge accountant back home and came to America. His first job here was cleaning toilets at McDonald's.
Hey.
And him and my mom worked so hard. 3 jobs between the two of them, and they raised then I have my brother and sisters. I'm the oldest of 4. I have one brother and 2 sisters. So the 4 of us, we all lived in Arizona for 12 years. My parents eventually were able to raise enough money and to make enough money to buy a home. So we lived there. But in 98, my father made the decision that we should move to Texas. That's where most of my mom's family lived.
Okay.
And he wanted to start the car industry.
Nice.
So car salesman.
Oh,
And he
nice.
owned a small car lot. So when we came in 98, my dad opened his small car lot here in Texas, in Haltom City.
Nice.
Still,
Okay.
it's still there. It's called A Plus Motor Co.
A plus
Serious,
Motor Co.
serious.
Shout out to
A plus Motor
right
Co. in
there.
Haltom City. Let's
Yes,
go.
my brother at the time, he's 3 years younger than me. So I was 12 when we moved to from Arizona. So he's 3 years younger. Don't ask me to do the math. Math is not my forte. But anyways, he's the one who named the business. But
A plus.
A Plus Motor Co. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. What else?
So, where did you live here in DFW? Haltom City.
Haltom City. I grew up in Haltom.
Did you go to high school there?
I went to Haltom High. Yeah. I was class of 04. Yep.
Nice. Haltom.
Yep.
Shout out to Haltom.
Yes.
Did you play any sports there?
I ran cross country, track, and I played basketball. I sweat more than all the players because I kept the benches very warm. And I did volleyball too. I was also a bench warmer for that. But where I excelled was definitely track and cross country. And actually, in the 7th grade, I made a very big decision that I wanted to wear the hijab. So I wore the hijab from the 7th grade until I was 18.
Okay.
And throughout that time, I ran all my races with the hijab.
Really?
And
Nice.
everyone was very surprised because back then there was no Lululemon, none of the race gear that you have for hijabis now. So I was wearing an Under Armour shirt and a jersey and windbreaker pants, Adidas. I remember it very vividly because it was just not
see that picture.
coordinated. It was very not runner material.
Plus, Under Armour was mainly making heat gear back then. Their first line was heat. So you were burning up.
I was burning up. Yeah. And I was winning races,
Yeah.
which was pretty incredible. I ran my
Burning
fastest.
them all kind of ways.
Yeah, I ran my fastest mile in 5 minutes and 45 seconds at the time.
Yo.
And and so the
High
coach,
school.
they were really impressed by me.
Killing it. So
Not a senior, were you when you ran that?
I was a junior when I ran that. Yeah.
oh, nice, very nice.
Yeah.
So that's the whole running is started at a young age then.
Yes, it did.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about the running experience on what races have you accomplished?
Okay.
The big ones, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So you're now what distance do you enjoy the most also?
Yeah.
And the races that
I
you've
definitely
accomplished?
love the marathon distance, the 26.2 miles. I do love sometimes if there's no option to do the marathon, I want to do the highest, which is a 50K for me, the 31 miles.
Yeah.
But I think my sweet spot is definitely the marathon. And the races I've completed so far, I did in 2021, I did the New York City Marathon. And it was epic. And then in 2022, I ran Berlin Marathon. And then in
flat.
23, I ran Chicago.
Nice.
And then took a break, and then this last August I ran Sydney Marathon. So the 4 world majors I've completed.
Yeah.
And I'm signed up for London next
Hey,
year, April
nice.
26th,
So that'll complete
2026.
the Avid majors for you?
No, there's
It's not
7.
Avid anymore, is it?
The Abbott
It's
World
it grew,
Majors, it's
actually.
7 so far.
Ah, okay.
So I have Tokyo, London, and Boston
You
left,
gotta
and
get
I'm
that
doing
medal. I
London.
wanna
Yeah,
see
I need
that.
it. I need it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
So that's good. Are these? So are you qualifying for all these, or
No,
You use what do you use to get into the racing?
So for the New York City Marathon and Berlin and Sydney, I got in through a charity spot for the organization I now work for,
Okay.
the National Ovarian Cancer Coalition.
Yeah.
There we
So
go.
I would fundraise for those spots. And Chicago Marathon in 23, I got in by a lottery spot. So
nice.
and
Bless.
yes,
It's hard. I lived
Yeah.
in New York for 25 years, and I was there at
What's
the
the
time.
luck of hitting that?
You could run 12 races and get in, but now you can't even do
it's really
that.
tough now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my fundraising minimum was 4,000, but I exceeded my goal and got to 6,000 or something like that.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about Sydney? What was that?
That-
was a
That was also through the National Ovarian Cancer
Okay,
Coalition.
okay, yeah.
Yeah. I think the only one I got in by charity, by lottery, was Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And the London Marathon that I will be in next year, God willingly,
Mm-hmm.
that one I got in through the Muslim Triathlon Network based in the UK. So
oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So that's
I'm really
awesome.
excited about that.
What
That's a good.
was
say
that?
that name again? The
Muslim Triathlon Network based in
Solid.
the UK. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So it was Sydney first year. Yeah.
First
they
year
had
as
it.
the world major marathon. Yeah. It was pretty, we became part of history basically running that race.
So how was that? Was that cool?
It was epic. It was the toughest course I've ever run in my life, but it really shows you how mind over your mindset is so important in a race because as difficult as it was, the ups and downs and the hills, the entire course was like hilly and steep, uphill, downhill. But having my parents there, they flew all the way to Sydney with me to watch me race. They've never flown for a race for me before. It meant the world to me. So I really wanted to make them proud and make myself proud. And I shaved 22 minutes off my fastest marathon time. And I hit like a 4 hour 13 marathon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Cool.
Very nice. So are you affiliated with local run clubs? Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a part of the Dallas Muslim Running Club.
Okay.
I'm an ambassador.
So is that so let's talk about
first time hearing these.
Talk about
names.
Dallas. Dallas Muslim Running Club. What is that in the?
They have been around for about 4 years now. They were established 4 years ago.
Okay.
They're amazing. You don't have to be Muslim to be a part of the Dallas Muslim Running Club. They're inclusive of everybody, but it's beautiful group. They have like their annual run for refugees that they host. They've been hosting, I think, 3 years now.
Yeah.
And that happens usually in September. This last one that they had, I wanted to be in 2 places at once. I had held my first, my National Ovarian Cancer Coalition run walk the same day as their run for refugees. So I missed their third one, but I usually am at their races too.
Yeah. Nice. Very nice. Does Joel go? Joel.
He does go sometimes. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Joel.
Yes, he's everywhere,
Joel
just
May?
like me.
This is Joel May.
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on here. Actually,
Yeah.
so.
Awesome.
Did you get to what started this? There was running in high school and cross country, but then the space between there and
there was
marathons.
there was a long hiatus. Basically, I got married really young at 18, and I was going to college. I was married young. I'm not married anymore. I've been divorced like 14 years. But there was a long period between high school and COVID that I really did not run.
Okay.
And I think the problem was I associated running with like a group, and I really wanted to run in a group setting, and running alone was not intriguing to me.
Yeah.
But COVID happened and the world shut down, and dealing with mental health issues, you find it anyone was struggling during that time, like that shutdown and everything.
Were you in Dallas during that time?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I've been in Dallas since '98. Yeah.
Different when it shut down.
Oh, it was horrible. And I'm such a people person. I love being around people. And so I said, you know what? If I don't get out and do something with my body, I'm going to go crazy. So I started running. I laced up my shoes. I started running. And in a matter of 60 days, I ran my first 5K in a long while.
Yeah.
And then 60 days later, I ran a 50K around White Rock Lake with a friend.
Oh, wow.
60, not 6. No. I'm not that crazy. But my friend Baylor Barbie was like, we'll run a 50K at the end of the month. And I did that like 60 days later. And the spark came back after that. And then when the world opened back up and run clubs became a thing, I found every run club in the city that I could be a part of. I was going from Dallas Muslim Running Club, a ZFT at the time. They're still an amazing group to be a part of. And now I'm a race ambassador for Run It Up Dallas. Great organization.
Nice.
And I run with Train Pegasus in the mornings because they are like super fast group of runners. And that's how I've gotten faster over the years.
Yeah. It's always good to link up with the fasters. I met you with the Ohana.
I
It's the first time I ever
can't leave out Ohana. They're awesome too.
It was with them, and that's when I first met you.
Yes.
So have you done any trail races?
I did one trail race, and it was what was the location?
I'm not sure. North Shore.
It was with Josh. It was with Josh. It was with Josh. He was fundraising.
That's what I saw you do. Yeah, you did a marathon on the trail.
I did I knew we were doing a marathon that day, but I thought it was on the road. And then I show up and it's on the trail, which is
he was doing
completely different.
Josh was doing a marathon a day, I think.
Yes.
For a whole month.
He was raising money for UNRWA. So I was like, I want to run one day with you. And I was like thinking it's going to be a road run. It was the trail, which is like way harder.
Which was good because they teamed up with
Trailhead. That's what it was. Yeah.
So
and
that's North
I
Shore,
got to meet some amazing, the owner of the run store and his wife.
Darren.
So sweet.
Yeah.
So
Shout out
sweet.
to Darren.
Yeah, so that's my only trail race so far.
So, yeah.
I would love to do like the Dino Valley one. but-
I'm about to do that in November. So
Oh, nice.
So I have a 100-miler out there. Though.
Nice.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
It'll go great. It'll go great. It'll be fantastic.
Positive.
Yes, you got to think that into
mindset.
fruition. You know.
Right now, well, not right now, but you would run with the Palestinian flag, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's what was the meaning behind? Now people are using the Palestinian flag for other reasons outside of just
forever they've been.
Yeah, and I was wondering kind of what is the meaning behind people running with the flag or
sure.
Yeah.
I ran with the Palestinian flag basically.
And you did it. Wait, hold on. Just pause 1 second. You did it way before it's been. Now everybody has one.
Right.
So you were one of the first, and you had. I thought you had a more defined reason behind why you're doing it. And,
right.
Yeah.
I ran with the Palestinian flag, and I continue to run with the Palestinian flag just to show unity that the Palestinian people are not like are like anybody else. They want to have respect, dignity, peace, live in healthy conditions. I think what's happening in Palestine, the genocide happening in Palestine, to me, it's not complicated. Like you really don't even have to be Palestinian. I'm not Palestinian. I'm Egyptian.
Right.
So
I first thought you were Palestinian. When I asked
and that's
you.
what a lot of people thought because I ran with the Palestinian flag. Even my Arab friends that or people that didn't know me at the time thought that I was Palestinian because I ran with it so much.
Right.
But
it's also not as typical that the other countries will show that kind of support out of Middle East. That's why I'm asking for an Egyptian here to show. I mean, you have the classic college student, whatever, but I've always wondered from that perspective. I don't see as many who would come out and say, like, I'm not talking politics. I'm talking about there's these people that are people. Like there's some people we're not able to separate: Palestinian people, Chinese people, not Chinese government. So how did you arrive to? It's a personal decision, obviously.
Right. And I actually had people tell me it's probably not a good idea to run with the Palestinian flag. You're gonna have people that are gonna hate on you.
Think?
And I come from a space where I wore the hijab for almost 7 years. And I was, when a post 9/11 world, people were like, you should take it off. Their hate crimes are happening. And I wore it even more proudly because I said, I saw so much more good in people than I did see the negative bigotry.
Right.
And if there was bigotry, I overlooked it because I said there's always going to be those people that are going to have that opinion and that coming from such a hateful place, but you have to kind of kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Sure. I love that if you confront that, like for example, after 9/11, I'm living in New York City, and I was amazed that right after it happened, I'm able to get a taxi. Because usually, real talk, black man raise a hand, they're going to pass you by. And so they're pulling over from the middle lane, and there'll be a lot of Sikh, a lot of Indian. And so imagine when people think New York is this, that, and the other. The people, the normal taxi rider, not black, so we have to fight to get a cab, public service. But anyway, it's they weren't riding. I'm not riding with that towel. I was like, wow. So this is New York City, dead off the middle of Manhattan. They were losing fares because they're on the Upper East Side. They couldn't get their normal riders.
Yeah.
So now he's picking up me, but then I still gave him the business. I said, brother, look at both of us. In your country, for example, they would call you Dalit. I'm not calling you that, but you know that. I said, so now let this not just be my vacation week.
Right.
Let's go back.
Yeah.
Definitely. So I grew up with. I played soccer with a bunch of Middle Eastern guys in Austin.
Nice.
Division I. So, and one of my best friends, and this is out of high school. So I moved to Austin, and one of my best friends, he's Palestinian, and when 9/11 hit, he married a girl from Mexico, so they moved to Mexico.
Okay.
Just because he didn't want to be harassed or anything like that. So, but he had to basically uplift his family and move to Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Just so it'd be a more safer environment for him. And
like fresh after 9/11.
Yeah. So he lived in Monterrey, and so I just reconnected with them.
Oh, wow.
And it's been like 20 something years later, I reconnect with him. And his son's full grown and my son was full grown too. So we all went to Austin. Well, that's where I got that Austin FC
nice.
scarf. Yeah. So,
Nice.
So a little quick story is his son over in Monterrey became the team is the Tigres, right? And that's one of the popular clubs there. And he basically ran their, he didn't run it, but he was a big member of the Tigres, the drum section. And when he brought that over to Austin FC, there was like death threats towards him, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Wow.
And Austin FC is owned by Matthew McConaughey, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
I don't know much about that.
the soccer, yeah.
That's
so,
pretty cool.
So it was, it was a wild story, but I used to drive taxi with my Palestinian friend. His name is Basim Ivrik. Was his name Basim? And that is his name.
Yeah.
And but we used to drive taxis way before Uber ever existed. You know, I'm old, so but older.
I'm old too.
So back in the taxi days, and this was back when you didn't have a phone. You had the map. You know, the map.
Oh my God.
So if I didn't know, I'd be leaving the airport. And I didn't know where to take this person. I'm bringing out the maps, going like, can you point where your house is? You know, asking people behind me. So anyways, but they, do you? So you're a Muslim, yes?
I'm Muslim, yes.
And do you guys have? What is the routine of prayer? Is it 5 times
a day?
Okay,
5 times a day.
So it was funny because we had a conversation in Amazon right now where I work. Amazon, they have prayer rooms everywhere in Amazon.
For sure,
You know, they always had them, but they're almost like tented areas off to the side. But there's more to the prayer. Do you need water, right? To wash your hands and feet? Is that
it's a wudu? It's a cleanliness process. It's called wudu, which basically before each prayer you have to make sure that you're cleansed, basically. And there's a whole routine for it to cleanse your body. Right. Certain things can break your wudu, and that's why it's important. Like that, you have to. There's people like my father who doesn't matter where we're at. If we're on a road trip, we stop at a gas station. He makes wudu there, and then he'll find a place and start praying.
When you say wudu, what is that actually? Is that when you make it there? What is it? Is it blessed water or no?
Wudu, I think it's just the meanings of the cleaning your body, basically. Because it's the term for it.
When we were, there was a lot of other Muslim cab drivers back then, and they would all bring like little buckets, and they would clean, the hands and feet, but before they'd pray, and they would go out on a grassy knoll or like a plane, because this is the airport. We're all in Austin. We're all waiting in the line to who's next at the airport, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll all sit around and we'll play dominoes and card games and all that, until it's our turn. Mm-hmm. So they would always go out to pray, and I'd watch them bring the buckets or a bucket or like a little pan, I guess you could say, and wash up before they would pray out there, Right. And I was always concerned, my friend Basim, he was never a practicing Muslim anymore. So when I don't think he was religious at all in the end, but or maybe he is. I don't know. I shouldn't speak for him. But I know he wasn't a practicing Muslim, but he would tell me everything that went on there.
Right.
So I was just wondering. So let's just say, I asked Joel this too. Okay. Let's just say you're in the middle of a race, and I said, Joel, do you stop and pray because it's prayer time? Let's just say, you
have a window of time to pray. There's the Fajr, which is like the early morning, and then you have from there till the next prayer, which is around early at like afternoon time. That's Dhuhr prayer. Yeah. And so you have from Fajr to Dhuhr to pray, like really, people that are really on their deen or their faith, they pray like exactly on time, but you have a window. And I also believe everything is about intention. So if I'm in a race, I'm not going to stop to make a prayer, but I will make sure.
Understand.
Right. Yeah. I will make sure I make my prayer before the race starts. And when I finish the race and get back to my hotel and I'm able to shower properly and, get ready.
That's probably the best time too.
To me, that's that. In my opinion, that's how I would do it. And I will be honest, it's taken me years to get to where I am today, where I can say like, feel confident that I make my prayers, because the discipline that it takes, I was always like, oh, I can't, it's too difficult. Like to me, the hardest part was the wudu, the cleansing of your body. Cause it's like every little thing I'm like, oh, well, I need to make wudu, and I don't want to do it like at a gas station. I want to do it like, I don't want to be out and have to do it like in a public restroom. But what I'm realizing is I believe that faith and religion is all about intention.
Right.
And, you know, my intention is that I will make my prayer. And when I get home and I can be in a space where I can pray, then I will do that. Okay. And I think that sometimes people for me, I feel like I find it, it's not just a matter of making the prayer. You have to be a well-rounded human being and person. Yeah. So even if you're making all your prayers, but you're not doing the things that are like, that show life. Humanity and not showing that life, or you're going through the routine and you're not really, your mind is not really in it. Cause I've been in that space where like I'm praying and I'm like, I'm forgetting which rak'ah, which is like, which like part of the prayer am I in? Like I forget. Cause there's but now I can say that I feel like I'm completely into the prayer. Like I feel like I'm talking to God, you know, like,
right. And that's where you need to be.
That's the space that you need to be in that space. Yeah.
That's why
and I feel like I have discipline to run. I have discipline to train. I have discipline to show up on time to work. Why can't I have discipline with prayer? When it hit me, it was like the one that's providing for me, the one that is making all of my dreams and accomplishments possible. I don't have the time to pray to him. Why? Yeah. And that's when I realized it kind of made that switch. Like, okay, this is a priority for me. Everything else will come after.
I like this in the sense of just human expression. So, for example, you say you lived in Scottsdale, right? I went to
Fountain Hills, near Scottsdale, but yeah.
I got Fountain Hills.
Yeah.
They have the world's largest freaking fountain out there.
And they turn it green for,
really?
They turn it for like different holidays. They turn it different
Only
colors.
in Switzerland do they have another one but anyway. Fountain Hills, go see the fountain. Anyway, I after 9/11, not to go all the way back into that, but it's relevant. People died in Arizona, right? Just in Tempe, in Phoenix proper, because, and I want to put it in the context of this. There's the prayer, there's what people put on, but there wasn't a distinguishing between Sikh, anything that looks Middle Eastern.
Or anything that looked foreign to them. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. And the foreign, they would kind of let it go because they know African, but they weren't jacking Africans, but they would say Middle Eastern, and then Latin American, no. But if you just look like that region.
Which is why people were like, take off the hijab. They were like, don't, and I was young. Yeah. I was a very sheltered area of Haltom City. Like I had neighbors say, if you need us to go grocery shopping for you, let us know. My principal at the time was like, if anyone bothers you, you let me know. Football players would come to me and say, if anyone bothers you, let me know. Yeah. I did not experience discrimination until I left my city where people didn't know who I am. And that's when it hit me. I was like, oh, things are about to change. And that was a huge sad awakening for me, because I realized that not everybody doesn't care that how nice you are or who you are as a person. They see you as a criminal or an animal or something. You're not a person.
Right. Yep.
And so I had to make the decision that I was going to continue being who I was, and I wasn't going to let the hate change who I am.
Yeah. Right.
Well, it doesn't take long for the person, and that's my question. And in that sense, you said I kept being who I was, and for me, that resonates because when I walk into rooms, like for example, my company, Citigroup, had paid for all my stuff, and I get to New York, and they say, look in this book, you see an apartment, you want it. I show up, and they go, yeah, we just talked on the phone about it. They said, oh, we don't have the keys for this one. And then the next apartment, oh, we don't have the keys.
What?
So that'll happen to you right now if you're a black man. So if you're choosing to wear the hijab, I can't wipe mine off. So I like people who would say, look, I'm going to stay with
wipe mine off.
who I am.
Right.
And the person you are will come out immediately. And so if somebody's willing to hold the hate when they see, no, she doesn't mean any intent per se. But if you start with aggression, then of course you get that. Yeah. But I'm looking at like, I don't have these options. And I go like, New York was a much more overt, like 1950s type scenario. And it still is. In Queens, they'll ask, are you good people? Yeah. Which means, are you not Eric? That's like, so you'll get in. But it's in the police, same thing. Hey, yo, bro, come here. I said, my man, I'm 50 years old. I'm not bro to you. But my point is not mine. I'm saying I'm appreciating that you proved two things, like knowing people But even the strangers, like if you're talking to strangers who are starting with that hate, because I know what that is, the football players, like, we got you. You let us know if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
And in Haltom City, what you need is some big Texas people on your side. And we don't quit. They really mean that. And so there's a lot more openness there in Haltom City than I found in New York City.
Right.
It's just stereotypes.
It's so sad.
They wouldn't believe that, like, she was protected by who? Well, there's 15 white guys, a black guy on the football team, the principal, blah, blah, because they knew you.
Right.
And so that's my point. How your travels have been, if you could, when you're in those places where they don't know and we get that reflex, typical hate, what's your navigation there, or do you have any cases in point where?
I definitely do have. I've been called sand.
Yep.
Okay, I was at a golf course. I was engaged at the time, and I walked past this group of men who called me that. And it was the first time I'd ever heard the word, to be honest. And I asked my fiance what that meant, and he was just like, "What? Who said that?" And he was,
You know it, right?
yeah,
I know what she's saying. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And it was like, and I remember driving on the highway and someone pretending like they had a gun in their hand and like pointing it at us, or being in the hospital and a police officer basically getting there because I am there with my mom wearing the hijab and just like watching us. I would stand up, he'd stand up with me. And that's kind of when I realized like life's going to be different. And I think to answer your question, when I met with hate or discrimination, obviously if no one's hurting me, you know, I mean, that's different. Like, I feel like I would call the police. I mean, I don't know who I'd call, to be honest.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters now, right?
Anybody.
But I feel like in situations where there's like really bad discrimination, I just continue doing, like for example, when I ran Dallas BMW Marathon, I had somebody walk up to me this last year. I was running with a Palestinian flag, and one man who's actually a part of one of the run clubs that I'm a part of, who does not like me, and I don't even know him, but he doesn't like the stance that I take with Palestine. And he walked up to me and went like this. He had like a necklace with a Star of David on it. And he was like, "Not in your lifetime." And all I did, was raise my flag higher. What are you going to do? I'm not going to fight with someone like that. No. There's nothing, there's no words to be exchanged with someone so close-minded like that.
Yeah.
And it's not about religion. We have I have so many Jewish friends, so many Christian friends. It's not about, that's what they try to make like wars. They try to make it about like a certain religion or a certain, it's just about greed and hate and
cowardice too.
Right.
Because if Mike Tyson's holding that flag, I'm not thinking he's walking up.
Yeah.
So,
you ain't saying nothing to him.
I'm telling you, I ran my fastest 50K that day because I really thought he was going to trip me.
What?
I thought
he was running the race too.
He was it was the Dallas BMW Marathon. He was running a marathon or something. But at the start line, I thought he was, and in my head, I'm like, what if he trips me, or what if he injures me somehow? I was kind of that nervous.
That's the kind who would approach a woman, like,
right?
And then you remember the Boston Marathon?
Yes.
They chased her down and tripped her. Her husband ran next to her. I would have been fighting like a monster.
All I know is that same marathon, if he would have came around the lake where I gave you that giant hug,
yes,
he would have got some shit from me for sure. If he was going to trip you, you know. And I was like, you did get you got a rude comment, but hopefully my kindness that day made up for
sure. And that's why I was like, I'm just not going to let that
taint. The biggest hug ever.
Yes,
you
did. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to let that taint my experience. I had a great experience of that race, to be honest. Another thing I was going to say, like my first and ever fight I've ever been with was in high school. This girl had just gotten out of juvie. She was kind of being a bully to me. I was trying to walk into the basketball court, and she was blocking it for she was like bouncing the ball, blocking it or something. So I picked up the ball and I moved it. She did not like that. And I kind of maybe asked for it by doing that, but she was blocking the way. She wouldn't let. She's not letting me. She's not letting me in. So she walks up to me. She's like, what? And punches me in the nose.
Oh, what?
And the way we were raised, my mom's always like, if anyone ever hits you, do not hit back. Use your words.
Okay.
I know that's probably not going to be the way to do it every time. But in that instance, I followed my mom's words and it was my automatic instinct.
Right.
And so I said, I held my nose and I'm walking back and I'm walking forth, and I stood right, like nose to nose with her. And I said, what are you going to do? Hit me again. I'm not going to stoop to your level. And what did she do? She turned around and walked away, thought that I was the craziest person on earth. And she was a lot bigger than me. Everyone was like, what did you just do?
Yeah,
I mean, it
that's
worked
good,
in
though.
that case, but I
sent
don't
her
think
away
it.
with a word.
Yeah.
Not every case, but
Not every time it's going to work like that. I got lucky.
No, I think
I
that's
tell
awesome.
you, words save you more than the physical.
How often do you go back to Egypt?
I have been 3 times in my entire life. So twice, once as a child with my family, and then once in 2008, I think, or 7. And then most recently was 2017. So it's been a while. We do plan on going next
Do
summer.
you see the pyramids?
Yes, it's
Always?
amazing. It's amazing. Yeah.
So there's a big a talk now about the structure of the pyramid underneath. Have you heard about that?
They'll be
I
talking
have.
forever.
I have.
Yeah.
I have.
Without figuring
That there
it
was
out.
a whole city or something.
Yeah,
built
I
underneath
heard
there
about
or
that.
something.
I don't really know if that's true or
Yeah,
not, but
yeah.
like I've definitely heard that for sure. I've heard that.
So and I also hear that Egyptians there, if you talk any kind of noise about the pyramids, they're on you, basically. Not on you physically, but I mean, they'll,
No, I know what you mean.
they'll get
They're
on
like
you
defe-
verbally.
like
they'll
they-
be
like
like, they'll
defend
defend it.
it.
Yeah,
They'll defend it.
Yeah.
I guess I haven't talked about the pyramids, so I don't know. But I will say that they love tourists. Unlike the media will portray, like, don't go to Egypt. They love Americans.
Right.
They love anyone that's going to come and appreciate their land and the people. And my favorite thing to do when I'm traveling to Egypt or when I'm traveling anywhere is to be with the people. Get on the public transportation.
That's the easiest tour.
I don't know why, but like to me, like mixing with the people is just like that's where you learn about the country and the people of it. I don't do the touristy things. I mean, of course I visited the museums and stuff like that, but I like mixing with the locals. Like my parents are from village towns, like very, very farmer towns, like very, very low class or poor class people. But it's my favorite thing is like talking to everyone, and we go everywhere, but I'm always like chit chatting with a cab driver or it's just like my thing. I love communicating. And if I had one superpower, it would be to be able to speak all the languages of the world.
Oh, yeah.
To me, I would love to communicate with everybody.
Do they have a race out there?
I heard there's one by the pyramids. It's a half marathon.
Yeah, I heard something
I
like that
heard
too.
about that, but
Do they
I
run-
don't
they
know
run
when
around-
it is, and I do need to find out. But my goal is to finish the world majors first for travel,
yeah.
and then move
Then-
on to
yeah.
all the other goals of mine.
Yeah. So the Sydney course was hard.
Very, very challenging.
Did you see anything else out there?
Yes, we were there for 2 weeks.
Did you see some kangaroos?
Yes, and I was actually I was like,
Good day, mate.
I was like, good day, mate. You're pretty small. I thought you were pretty big, and they weren't as big as I thought you were.
Good on you.
But the koalas were my favorite. Oh my gosh, I have this video I got to show you, and it looks like a baby. Like it's just like the way it's like
Right.
climbing the wall or like trying to touch on. Like it was really cool.
Do you see? Are they? When you say you see them, are they just?
Around?
No, I went to no,
Are they like
in a
squirrels?
corner, walks up to
No,
you,
not,
squirrels.
not like here when you see a rabbit or in the squirrel in the street. No. I went to like not a zoo, but like kind of an area where they had koalas and kangaroos and places you can visit.
It's a petting zoo.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
You can pet the koalas.
You had to pay to pet the koalas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You have to hold it and take a picture.
Yes, you couldn't hold it. It was like on the branch, and I could just put my hand underneath it like this, and then took a picture. And
That's awesome.
I just
Yeah, it's
picture
pretty-
the koalas knowing. She's like, bro, hands off.
I did get to
Pay my
feed
man
kangaroos a kangaroo that had a baby kangaroo in its pocket. I was like, oh my God, I'll show you the video too. It's so cute.
Pockets are legit.
Oh, yes.
Really?
But they aren't as big as I imagine. Like in my mind, I thought kangaroos, I don't know why I thought they were as big as a giraffe. I just thought they were big. And I get there and I was like, they're
big.
tiny little things.
Yeah. So the pocket has the baby.
Yes.
Just the head poking up.
Yes.
Oh.
It's
they
the
can
cutest-
hold a whole baby in there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it must be a stretchy pocket. If they're putting a baby there. That's awesome, man.
That's
So in London's going to be the next big.
Yes,
big,
April 26, 2026. And I will plan on fundraising for it, not for the organization I work for. I'm going to choose it'll be
So
my
do
fourth star.
you work for the ovarian
I
cancer?
do.
Okay,
I do.
so
I'm
that's
their
your full-time job.
It is.
okay,
I work
okay,
for them. I'm their central regional manager. I'm in charge of putting on events for the organization, like run walks annually, fundraising.
Okay, they have a run walk here local.
Yes, I just hosted it on Saturday, September 27th.
Oh, shoot.
We had over 50.
Why didn't I get invited?
I had just gotten back from Sydney, and that's why I kept putting off coming here because I had so much going on.
Yeah.
No, it's a free walk, and we have it run walk, and we're having it again this next year on the 26th of September at the Sound at Cypress Water.
Nice.
So I'll give you all the info.
So Cypress Water is in
In Capel.
Capel. Okay.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful location. Yeah. And I also connect survivors with all the different programs and resources that we offer, like free meal delivery program for when they're in treatment. So they don't have to worry about food and making meals when they're going through cancer treatment, and for their caregivers as well. We offer financial assistance. We have a lot of our materials translated in Spanish that way. And so wherever a survivor is nationwide, we make sure that a regional manager can connect with them so that they can get these information about all of this. I host a survivor support group once a month, and it's via Zoom. That way, wherever a survivor is in my region, they can connect with other survivors as well.
I'm curious regarding ovarian cancer and the organization in particular, in NOCC. What is the thing that we don't know? Is there a particular urgency, or is it just it's awareness as with most, or is there what is?
There's definitely an urgency. There's such a common misconception about ovarian cancer in general, which I had myself before working for the organization, and that's that the Pap smear detects ovarian cancer, and it does not.
You said you had cancer.
No. I have. No, I'm saying before I worked for the organization, it was a misconception I had about the ovarian cancer.
Okay, I just didn't know about it. Okay.
No, to be clear, I don't have any tie to ovarian cancer. I got involved by running on their endurance team.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's got to be a 90%
So is it
misconception.
a
I bet.
check?
Oh, it's
How do you find it?
there is no screening tool for ovarian cancer. That's why they call it the silent killer, because most cases when they find it, it's very late stage, and it's the the rates are not good. But that's why we're trying to raise awareness. We're trying to do research so that it is detected earlier. There is no screening tool.
No early detection right now.
There is no early detection.
Not even blood work or nothing.
Nothing.
Right? Wow.
So you have to look out for the signs and symptoms of ovarian cancer, and if you've had it for 2 or more weeks, to bring it up to your doctor and ask for a transvaginal ultrasound.
So how would you know if you were female? Like what would you?
Some of the signs and symptoms are bloating, feeling full when eating very little.
Okay.
There's so many different signs, and they're very vague. That's the problem too, because you can have these signs and not have ovarian cancer, or you can have one or maybe not even any of the signs and you can have ovarian cancer. So really the only way
I'm having a bad day.
Yeah. So we have like a signs and symptoms diary that we can provide them with. So if you're experiencing any of these symptoms like heartburn or anything like that, like for 2 weeks, you can kind of track your symptoms so you can actually be able to show it to your doctor. These are and really the thing that we kind of really emphasize the most in our awareness is to advocate for yourself. You as a person know when you don't feel right, like something is off. So advocating is the most important thing, because sometimes the doctors will brush it off. And I've had a lot of survivors tell me they were misdiagnosed in the beginning, and that's why it became late stage. So really the only way to know it is ovarian cancer is when they do the biopsy.
Oh wow.
So that's the biggest thing, like the Pap smear does not detect it.
That's the biggest misconception for sure.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's why there's such an urgency. You hear a lot about other different types of cancer, and ovarian cancer, I feel like, is one of those that is not talked about as much, and it needs to be.
Okay, thanks.
I got a few questions for you. Okay.
Yes.
We're going to be off topic a little bit.
Okay.
Did you ever play video games?
I did not.
Okay.
Oh no! I lied. I lied.
Can I ask you this question then?
No, I lied. I lied.
This is my favorite question.
No, I lied. Mario and Luigi was my favorite video game.
Okay. So sorry.
Does that count?
Here comes my question.
Yeah.
It says go back to
You're
when.
young to have played that one though.
You're younger.
I know. I'm going to be 40 in January.
Oh, yeah.
Which I want to run 40 miles for, by the way.
All right. Maybe we'll join you. Where at? Where are you going to be at?
I don't know yet. We got to plan it.
Okay. So, here's my question. Go back to when you were younger and you played the video game. Did you have a console at home?
No. We sat on the ground. What's a console? Sorry, I don't know what a console is.
Not a couch.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was something different. Oh,
console. Yeah.
See, like the
like
he's
a play-
young. He's young too. I'm older. Like consoles are for them.
PlayStation.
We had to go to the arcade to play Mario and Luigi.
No, yeah, we had it at home.
And then then these came out.
I did have that.
And was this your brother's?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But we shared it, and I played it more than him.
Okay.
Everybody sitting around.
Once we got Sonic, I was out. Like my brother would play, and I was like, I did not like Sonic. It was too advanced for me. I loved Mario and Luigi. Like that was my jam.
Yeah. So it was a Nintendo then.
Nintendo.
Because it had to be. Mario's the Nintendo brand. Okay, so take yourself back to that moment in time when you were on your console. Okay. And tell us
now I know what it
tell
is.
us how you felt and give a description of that moment.
Okay. This has got to be.
See, I'm a big video game nerd, so I
love that.
So I'm like,
That was-
I say I'm a video game nerd, but I'm old now, so I don't play video games because all the kids destroy me. So once it became online, I was like, oh, okay, it's over for me. My
I
video
only
game
have
career-
happy memories with playing Mario and Luigi. I feel like to me that was like
that's good.
it was like my childhood. Like
Right,
all I can say is that like I remember playing Mario and Luigi and feeling like liberated. Like and every time I'd get to a higher level, I'm like, yes, I felt accomplished. So the goal was to keep getting higher and higher, but I never got like I never finished the entire game.
So would you sit around with your brother and play this?
My brother, my sister, one of my baby sister was too young. She was like 4 years younger than me. So yeah, we'd play and we'd fight over who goes first and all that. So yeah. Oh yeah.
So what did your parents think about all that?
Oh, it kept us distracted.
But
Oh, you mean about the fighting?
no. Is it just like all you do is play video games?
Oh,
Stop playing.
no.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
to be honest, that wasn't all we did. We were outside. We were playing. So we lived in Arizona, so we had rocks. We didn't have grass.
Yep.
Okay.
Ain't no grass.
And I'm
Did y'all
telling
throw
you, my
rocks?
parents
Lot?
put us to work.
Okay.
So we had rocks.
Landscaping.
We pretty much landscaping of the rocks.
Yeah.
So every like week we'd go outside and my mom had like aloe vera trees and all this stuff. And when we'd play outside, the rocks would get mixed.
Yeah.
And she wants us to put the darker brown ones on the outside, like it's like a border.
Yeah.
And so she wants us to separate to like organize it again.
good
I'm
kid
telling
work.
you, that was our chore.
Yeah, that's chore.
Yeah.
It's a chore, and it's hot.
And we didn't
for
get
real.
paid for it.
It's hot
like
for real.
it
out
was
there.
really hot. Yeah.
When
I mean,
10
it
is
was
the
like a
average summer
family
day.
thing. Like, okay, let's organize the rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what is that? Why
That was
do my
y'all's-
kids, they don't even make their bed? Like, what is this?
I want to see these colors.
Is your
dark brown on the
is your
outside.
kids? Do they stay with you all the time? Or
well,
they share.
they
space
go
with
between
Dad?
they go between me and their dad for sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's really good with them.
He's a local guy.
Yeah. He lives
cool.
in South Lake and we're in Keller, right on the border. Yeah.
Nice, very nice. Did you get married too early? Is that why? Or what?
This is a topic that
I mean,
I,
I don't
love.
want- I don't
No,
want-
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
talking about this because I think anybody doesn't know who they are at 18. You're
Oh,
still.
you got married
You're,
at 18?
I got married at 18. I was divorced at 26. My kids were 3 at the time when we were divorced.
Yeah.
And my life really didn't take off
Yeah.
until after I got divorced.
Oh, yeah,
Because I went through so much life at such a young age. And I thought I was ready at 18. Like my parents were like, wait till you finish college. And I was like, no. I want to get married now. Like, let's just get married now.
Oh, so you wanted
I'm the
it,
one,
yeah.
I'm the one that wanted it. I knew this was the man for me.
Yeah.
And pretty early on, I realized it wasn't how I thought it was going to be. But all that to say is like, I feel like nobody really knows who they are until they've been through enough life experiences that mold them and shape them, and they know what they like and what they don't like. So that wasn't for me until I hit like 35.
Right.
And I'm 39 now.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was way too young. So when I look at my kids, they're 16, they're about to be 17 next month. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was engaged almost at their age. Like that's
amazing.
wild.
So funny story. I was 19 when I met my son's mother, and we got married too. But he was born at 24. We got married 4 years later. I was 19. So 23 I was, and he was born when I was 26, maybe, or 24. But anyways, when he was 1, I got divorced. So
Okay.
and I've been separated or divorced he's 22 now. So
Okay.
so 21 years. So
Wow. Okay.
so similar story. You know?
Yeah, similar.
And it was too early, and I thought she was the one, and all that same thing, and it was just too early. I think it's because society wants you to get married. You know what I mean? But
I actually just had this
you
conversation.
don't have to.
No, you don't.
know, it's like,
I just had this
not
conversation.
If it's not your thing, you know.
No,
It's like
not at all.
Yeah.
And I just had this conversation with one of my run club friends that I just met through Run It Up, and she was like, "What is the one lesson that you learned through marriage and through life?"
Right.
And I will tell you this: I believe 1,000% that life is not fair. It's going to throw cards
just
your way
life.
that are
For
going to bring
everybody,
you.
though. Yeah,
For
everybody.
everybody
Yep.
has some challenge that they're going through,
Right.
but life is gonna throw cards your way that are gonna bring you to your knees.
Right.
And that's not who you are. Your circumstance, your disease, your whatever you're going through is not who you are as a person.
Yeah.
Who you are as a person is how you rise up from those downfalls and pick yourself up and move on.
Right. Yep.
Or just pick yourself up. Like life is, it's how you deal with the cards that life threw your way. That's my biggest lesson in life. Like, don't let your circumstances define you. Let the way you handle them. That's who you are to the core.
Because the circumstances, they're a constant.
Right.
That's
They're
what life
always
is.
That's what life is.
So the variable is what you're going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Okay, I got another question for you. Or actually, 2 more, 3 more. Okay.
Make it 4. No, I'm just kidding.
Can I get a 5 more? 5
what
more?
do you-
5 more?
So just a little bit about me. I'm a recovering addict, and that's a major part of this podcast. So that's why it's called Run Sober. Okay. So coping's huge with me. And so I was going to ask you, what do you do to cope with difficult moments in life?
Lace up my shoes and run.
Man, I love that. That's awesome, man.
For sure. Lace up that's the only thing I can control. And when I'm if I have a healthy body, just movement.
Yeah.
And if you're not a runner, just moving your body. There's something to be said about moving your body. Doesn't have to be running. Whatever you find joy in.
And so what do you find when you do lace up the shoes and run? You get in the headspace of yourself, so you don't even need people around.
Well, now I feel like I don't need people around, but
Right.
there was a period where I was like, oh, I'm only used to running with like a team or like when I was younger, you know.
Yeah.
But COVID taught me like I can still run these distances on my own. It's really about just getting in your own head and realizing that you can do difficult things.
Yeah, for sure.
And that translates in your life.
Okay. This is going to be the same answer. I know it will be. Question: what brings you joy in life?
My family.
Lacing up the shoes and running.
My family, running, community.
Yeah.
I love my family very much. And I feel like what brings me the most joy is being around the people that I love. And that is my family, my friends, my community. I love how the run community has like just grown so much. And I tell people all the time, a lot of people join these communities, not because they love running, but they love the sense of community that it brings.
Yeah.
And I love that. I love that about.
You touch more clubs than anybody we've had on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of run clubs out there. So I saw you at the airport, and
Yes.
And you're like, I'll give you a ride to y'all's car, and I was like, no, you don't have to do that, you know. But that's kind of what kind of person you are, you know, that you're very giving, I guess you could say.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I could say the same about you for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
Yeah.
So I was like, I didn't want to. We should have accepted the offer.
You should have.
But
especially when I'm like,
because
I asked like 3 times.
Yeah,
I was like,
but I don't know. You know, you were there to pick up your siblings, and your dad was in front of you in his car, and I was just like, nah, you know, I want you to get out of line and
no,
go the
my
other.
dad, by the way, I get my personality, totally like outgoing.
He's open like that?
He's very, my dad has a thick accent, but when people get to know him, they love him to pieces, to pieces.
Right.
Like he's such a, like what you hear about car salesmen, like the reason he's had so much business over the years is people come back for just the way as repeat customers, the way he treats people with dignity and respect. And he's genuine. Like people can tell when it's an act or when it's actually truly genuine.
Yeah.
And that's where I get that from my father and my mother.
Selling cars is tough.
It is a tough
joy out of
industry.
talking with everybody, and I do too. That's why I like New
Yeah.
York and small town Texas. I love. I just end up on Main Street, just talking to somebody. They're like, "Why are you here?" I'm like, "You're on the map."
Yeah.
It's just cool to me. Like,
I love that.
So I'm gonna hold the last question for when our time's up. But so I saw you went to see the Palestinian movie, you know.
Yes, I'm
And which was a documentary.
Yes.
And it was a bunch of short
Right.
films. And I went and saw that afterwards.
film festival.
I think I even asked you if you wanted to go. And
I know.
You're like, I can't go. And then you're like, I should go. Or
Yeah.
At the end. But it was great though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's,
What did you learn from that?
Just, man,
about them as a people.
That
Like
we're spoiled rotten over here in America. It's like it doesn't even our poorest group in America isn't shit compared to over there.
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's rocks and rubble over there. You know what I mean?
What
everywhere.
resonates the most with
like,
me,
man, damn.
is that through even all of that, when you see them get on their knees and pray, like in the midst of all the chaos and all the rubble, they're still like, they're praying to God because they know this is like, life is short term in the large scheme of things. They know it's not there forever, but they don't lose faith in God when times get totally horrific for them. Their faith gets stronger. And I love that. That's why I say the Palestinian people are the strongest, most resilient people on this earth.
Yeah.
Because put us in a situation like that, like God forbid, like I don't know if we would have it in us.
We're
With no air conditioning makes people cry.
Yeah.
But I hear
Your car breaks down and we
we're
cry.
going to see a psychiatrist just because we're having a little like, tough time over here.
It's not to say like, I'm not belittling what we have, issues that we may have here, but I'm just trying to show.
We're soft people though. Over
And
in
they're
America,
they're
the
not
group
soft
as a
people for sure.
whole
No.
is we're soft.
And think about the places people don't talk about. So I did a project
Sudan,
in Morocco,
and
and I'm in Salah, which is across from Rabat. Rabat, the capital, there are no tourists there. You may see one French backpacker. Then you go across the water to Salah, and it's that same life that gets no coverage. But when you talk to the kids, it's like, and I hear the Palestinian kids too, they have an aged language because it has to be.
Right.
But it's real conscious, like, yes, I know I'm a child, and here's what I want to do one day when all this mess is over. And then you're able to distinguish between that's her idea. That's not a Palestinian idea. That's call her name. That's her. And so to make an individual person, that's the one thing I've never seen. Even the news, I hate the doggone, especially the people who say they're the allies. Like they start with when I was over there. Even it's like, oh, she's so cute. I'm like, stop it. You just missed everything she said.
Right. Like you weren't listening.
Yeah. You're just not listening. And it's so frustrating. And I know that's just going to be the order of the day. But every once in a while, you do find someone who will listen. But it's just fascinating to me. Like I bet your father, if he's in a room, I'm teaching this camera to a bunch of kids in Salah, and that their questions weren't about the camera. They were about the camera, but they were like, "What do you know about Salah? What do you know about Islam?" I like that from a 12-year-old, but it's a real question. So I'm not going to humor them.
Right.
And so it was, I just appreciate. And then what happens, then we're able to move around. They're like, how can you get these photos? And I said, well, because I'm not an observer. I'm not an interloper.
You're actually being one with the people.
Yeah, they let me into a piece of it. And so when you mention your father, and of course I don't know him, but I just picture him as that. And then when you came in here, like that, you guys have that. That's, yeah.
And even my mom actually wore the hijab because of me. She's stunning. Like my mom was just so beautiful at a young age, and she still is. But one day we were leaving the mosque. We used to go on Sundays in Arizona to the mosque. And when we get in the car, she'd take the hijab off because she only wore it out of respect for the mosque. And one day I was probably like 7 or 8. Yeah. And I said, Mama, why are you taking it off when we get in the car? Are you afraid people are going to make fun of you? And she looked at me, and that like it almost like she realized that, oh, they're watching what I'm doing. And after that, she started wearing the hijab. Yeah. And she's a very, very good, strong Muslim woman. And I like to say that she's the reason she wore the hijab initially because of me, but she realized that she was setting being a role model for us. And we're now questioning why she's taking off the hijab, and it made her question her own faith. Yeah, for sure. And my mom till this day, like when you meet her, like you like wouldn't even know she's Egyptian. She doesn't have an accent like at all. On the phone, she sounds like a white lady. You know, doesn't have an accent at all, like unlike my father.
I love
but
that sneak attack.
Yeah.
Fly on the wall. Man.
But she is also has that connector, trait about her with people. She connects with everybody.
Yep, I can tell by your hands that you're Egyptian. Because the beauty. No, the beauty.
Oh, I thought you were making fun.
The beauty of the nails and the beauty of the rings.
These are 4 weeks old.
I was like,
tell us about this piece too.
Yes, it means God. It says Allah. And it's
Okay.
actually my mother's necklace.
that's
And she
beautiful,
gave it to
yeah.
my sister Safa, which I stole from her room this morning. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I stole it just for this. So I'll put it back. I'll put it back. But I also have others. Let me share them because I never take them on. I run all my races with them.
I see the eye.
This is like good luck charm, you know?
I got that on the back of my car.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So this is Sema and Layla, which are my daughter's names.
Actually,
Sema,
I got the what is the
That almost looks Turkish style.
the Hamza.
Hamza? Yeah,
Yeah.
I got the Hamza. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
With the eye in the middle of the Hamza. In the
Okay,
back
yeah.
Of my car.
Yeah, it's a very Middle Eastern thing. But then
missed
this
that one. That's not
this
Turkish?
one, you see it in Turkey, you see it all you everywhere, but it's just like a
shoes.
good luck charm.
Yeah.
But this says my daughter's names in Arabic. Sama and Layla. Sama means sky and Layla means night in Arabic. And then the butterfly piece is a new addition I've had for like a few years now that I never take off.
Yeah.
Because I see myself as a butterfly.
Oh, there you go. Oh,
I
man,
feel
I should
like-
ask you the question.
Oh, did I answer your question?
No, but
That you didn't ask yet?
I do ask people, my guests. I said,
Okay.
I said, what would you be if, other than a human, if you could be anything in the world, what would it be? I
mean,
guess
I
yours would be a butterfly.
I guess a butterfly. I feel like the way I've evolved as a person, a woman, a human, and like the quote says, just when she thought the world ended, she became a butterfly. You know,
yeah,
like
yes.
I feel like the way we evolve as human beings, we should all be butterflies.
Yeah. Very nice. So my last question, always I ask everybody, what's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie.
Yeah.
Oh man, you had to ask the most embarrassing question because I don't watch a lot of movies anymore.
There you go.
But I will say I'm a
we've-
Denzel Washington fan. Every movie he's
nice.
ever made, I've loved watching because
What about Training Day? Did you like that one?
is Training Day. Is that the baseball one?
Policeman. He's a bad policeman.
No, I guess I didn't see that one.
Yeah, it's bad. I mean,
But for me, that's the first time
Yeah.
I looked at
He
him.
won-
He
he
wasn't Denzel. He became. I'm
Like
like,
you're
that's
like-
a bad policeman.
You're like, no. I like John Q. Was it John Q? The one that was. Yeah.
touching. Yeah.
Very touching. Yeah. And to me, like, I just loved watching his movies growing up because I felt like you can relate it to like real life. Like he seemed he's not acting. Like it's like, that's who he is. Like, I feel like if I met him outside of acting, he would be that gentle, kind, loving man.
Yeah.
You see his interviews, and he busts a reporter.
So you don't watch any movies?
Not as much anymore. There's a reason behind it, but
Okay. You don't want to touch on it.
we can.
Go ahead.
When I was married, that was all we did was go to dinner and a movie. So
yeah.
since I've been divorced, I kind of like, I have like
away from the movies.
I'm like, is
Put
that
me in
all
the
we're
woods.
gonna?
Put me on the street.
I was like, I'd rather just be out like running or hanging out with friends. Like, what's movies? I'll just go to bed early.
That's funny because I didn't used to watch them, and now that I'm older, I'm like, I want my popcorn and Coke and go see a
You have a
movie.
hard
You know?
time sitting. I can't sit in
I'm all about it.
alone.
It's a relaxing setting, I guess you could say.
Yeah,
I just
it
saw. I
triggers
saw
too
a
many
real
memories.
good one is with Benicio del Toro and it's about the revolution, and it's Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh.
Benicio del Toro's. I forgot the name of it. I just saw it.
Okay.
It's great though. It's good. It's good.
So you recommend I should start back up there?
You should watch that one. Yeah, because it's like, it seems very like modern day. What the way it was cut. You know about the group is they're fighting for a reason. You know, and it's all deportation and stuff like that. You know, mostly. So it's all modern day events. You know, and then they'll have like the group of like I guess the Republican group we would consider, I guess, and like old money basically, and they would have a little meeting, you know, about what they're gonna do to stop blah blah blah, you know, and it's very.
Well, don't tell the whole
I don't
story
wanna
because I
tell
might
it. Yeah.
go
You got it.
watch
You
it. I
gotta
might go
see it.
watch. I
It's
might start
good.
back up right there.
It's fantastic. Yeah, I liked it. I forgot the name of the movie though, but yeah, I'll tell you here when I look it up in a second. But anyways, it's fantastic, and yeah.
Thank y'all so much.
You should start watching movies.
I know
again.
I should, and then I'll be like, "You told
Yes,
me." to.
Eric don't watch movies either.
You don't watch
it's no big deal. Eric doesn't care about them. Yeah.
You can't lock me in too many dark rooms.
I know, right? I'm the same way. I'm like,
I like it. I don't know. It's just me. Well, thank you for coming out.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, way cool.
I really appreciate you guys having me, and the conversation was
Yeah,
great.
and hopefully after London, we can discuss
Yes,
more
for sure.
Yeah, so I'll have you on again.
For sure, I would love to come back.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. So, but this is the end of the episode. It's over an hour. I know you have to get somewhere, so we are out.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Big fun.
Right at 4:44. Make a wish. All right.
444.
Huh? Well, Run Club had it start at 4. I told him I have to do like it's a community event at here.
But see, your running clothes are different.
I'm not running. I'm on a spectator board because I can't run right now since the accident.